One of the frustrations with backing tracks is that good ones are hard to find. Though backing tracks are fairly widely available on the World Wide Web, too often what you find are poor quality ones that are not really usable. So when you finally find a decent one that you find to be acceptable in terms of quality, you realize oftentimes that there's one last challenge, and that is key or tempo. What do I mean by that? Well, regardless of whether you find a free track or you buy a track, often what you'll find is that the tempo is a bit too fast or too slow for your taste, or the key is a half a step too high or too low. Well, that is no longer a problem. Let me show you just how easy it is to customize any backing, karaoke, or accompaniment track to meet your exact needs using a product called SongSurgeon. And let me walk you through this step by step to show you just how easy it is. What you're looking at on my screen is the user interface of SongSurgeon. The first step is to go to the Open button up here and to select a backing track. For purposes of this demonstration, I have placed one on my desktop, so let me go ahead and select it and allow SongSurgeon to open it. Once it is opened in SongSurgeon, you can now play it back using these buttons right here to control playback. And while you're playing it, you can adjust either the key or pitch, which is here, or you can adjust the tempo. And you can make these adjustments real time while you're listening to the track being played, so you can easily determine what key and or what tempo you need. Let's take a brief look at each of these functionalities. And let's begin with tempo, which you can find down here in the lower left-hand corner of the user interface. You can see first of all a series of presets here, which I'm running my mouse over top. And you can also see these plus and minus buttons here, some with thicker lines and some with thinner lines. So you can adjust using the presets, or you can adjust 1% at a time by using the thicker buttons. So if we click the plus, it's incrementing 1% at a time. If we click the thicker minus, it decreases 1% at a time. And then of course, if you're looking for finer tune adjustments, you can use the thinner buttons, and the plus button here now increases by increments of 1/100%. And similarly, if you use the minus button, it decreases by 1/100%. So as you can see, it allows you a great deal of fine tuning, and you can dial up whatever tempo you need. Now let's move over here to pitch or to key. You will see a layout similar to that of tempo, which we just looked at. The presets here are for music intervals, and the plus button here switches between increasing and decreasing the pitch or the key. So if it's plus and you select one of these, it increases the pitch or the key, and if you click it and it's a minus, then when you select one of these intervals, it actually decreases the pitch or key. And similarly to what we saw in tempo, we have these thicker and thinner buttons here, and if you use the plus or the minus, the buttons with the thicker lines in it, you increase or decrease the key by a half step. Similarly, if you use the plus or minus buttons that have the thinner lines on them, what you do is you increase or you decrease the key by 1/100th of a half step, or a cent as it's called. So here again, like tempo, with key you can dial up the exact settings that you need. So for purposes of this demonstration, let's assume that we wanted to increase the tempo to 100.97%, or almost 101%. We wanted to change the pitch, let's say, by decreasing it a half step. So I have both of those things now set down here. And the next step then in the process would be to go to the export button here. You select it, select the entire song, and then go down here to the standard Windows dialog box. You can select one of these several different formats, which are some of the most common ones that you're going to want to use. And in this case, I'm going to select MP3, and we're going to give it a name, and we're going to call this backing track. I'm going to select save. It's going to ask me for what attributes I want here, and I've got a preset in here that I use which gets me to 192. I select OK, and if you look down here, you can now see that SongSurgeon is exporting this file, and it's finishing up, and as it says, export is now complete. And this new file which you've created can now be opened in SongSurgeon. There it is. Or you can burn it to a CD, put it on your iPod, or put it on any other portable music device, and the file, when played, will contain the changes that you previously had selected. As importantly as SongSurgeon's ease of use is the quality of the audio in the changed file. SongSurgeon can modify pitch and tempo seamlessly and with such high quality that if you play back the changed file and the original file to someone who doesn't know which is which, they won't be able to tell you which is the original and which is the changed file. SongSurgeon's quality is that good. I'd like to encourage you to fill the form out just below this video. Leave us your comments and let us know what you think of SongSurgeon and its ability to customize backing tracks. More importantly though, on completion and submission of this form, we'll provide you with a link to download our fully functional 4-hour demo. This will allow you to try it yourself, and you can do exactly what you've just seen us do in this video to a backing track you have on your computer, and you can see for yourself just how easy and just how good SongSurgeon is. Thanks for your time.